What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome to another review. Today we're going to be going into Horizon Forbidden West. So in Horizon Forbidden West, Aloy takes a new challenge of becoming human and accepting other people's help. Our lovely heroine had quite the problem of accepting help, solving issues on her own, and surviving a decrepit world, all on the narrative that she's the only one that can do it. This narrative proves false by the end of the game, and it's something that Aloy realizes in herself. You need people to survive. Now, well, this entire game is visually stunning and so breathtaking. I mean, so many photo mode opportunities, like literally too many to count. The story is well thought out, but its narrative is lacking in the momentum in the first half of the game. It's kind of disappointing, actually. During the first half, the game wants you to finish as many quests as possible. I feel like the game is like pushing you, being like, okay, do this quest, finish this, upgrade this. And I feel like while I love objectives and I'm more objective oriented, I feel like it was pushing it too far into that narrative to an extent. The second half of the game, the story started to pick up. So many different quest lines and interactions and things just started to unfold, and I thought it was such a vibrant way to go about the rest of the game. And the story, and more importantly the characters, became more cohesive, and they were, you saw them in the first game and then they just came into themselves more so in the second half of this next installment, and I thought it was brilliantly done. There are so many things that, I try to think, should I put it into the article? Should I put it into the video or anything like that? And I feel like there are just certain things that I can't spoil for you guys. Even though these articles are spoilers regardless, I feel like there's just certain things that I want you guys to experience. So unless asked, I'm not going to talk about certain things that happen in a game. For those of you who have played this game, you guys know what I'm talking about. There were even some characters that did a full 360 on how I perceived them, who were just one type of personality, and then by the end of the game it just switched up, and I was like really taken aback in both a good way and a bad way with certain characters. This is writing at its peak. This is writing of where you take a character that you thought it's to be one way, and then you just do a little flip-de-dozy-daisy around and you make them into a diverse human being, which I don't really see too much of besides Death Stranding. This is the only other time of where I feel like really unique, well thought out writing for characters has taken place. And while the story isn't vibrant at all in the beginning, and that's just me, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I felt like the story really didn't match up with the first game and how I felt. Like the first game story, that was emotional, that was heart-wrenching, and not to say that this story wasn't in the second game, but it was more towards the second half, towards the end of the game, that you really start to feel tensions rising. You start to feel like everything is coming together. In the first half of the second game, I didn't feel it, to be honest with you. During the first half of the second game, I felt kind of bored. And the thing is that this isn't a new story that we're experiencing. This is a continuation of the story previous, which I think is really cool. If they're going to continue a story, you got to continue a story in the right way, and they definitely did this. Boredom aside, I feel like they managed to get the point across that they wanted to get across for this game. So traversing through the lands of Horizon Forbidden West, something remarkable happened, of where there was a shift and change and growing dynamic in each area that you went to, from the first one that you're at from the beginning of the game, from where you're at the end of the game. Each area you explore has its own culture, it has its own language, it has its own vibrancy when interacting with different people and travelers and who you need to visit for what objective. It's so unique in every way imaginable. It's vibrant, it's inclusive. Like, this game really shows the dynamism of characters, from their race to their creed to personality, how they act, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. Unless a company is creating a period piece, I feel like games should be created like how the world is around you. It should be created in a diverse, filled to the brim with unique differences kind of thing. Because when you think about it, the world is filled with uniqueness and differences. Why shouldn't games be like that? Now, it doesn't mean to say that there aren't issues. I didn't include this in the article because I wasn't sure of where to go with this, but I did feel like when it came to the certain tribes that were in the game, it was kind of, it had a hint, I want to say, not full on, but it had a hint of mocking Indian tribes. I don't know if that's necessarily accurate, because I know that they do a lot of research into their stuff whenever they're, Guerra is doing their games. So I'm not sure exactly where the makeup and where the certain, aesthetics inspiration came from. So that's something I do have to do more research into, but it is a thought that did cross my mind. This game was absolutely stunning. Like, from beginning to end, I'm telling you, photo mode is a blessing in this game. Oh my goodness, it's expansive, it's realistic in terms of character development and how those characters were actually acting like people in the real world. From the innuendos to the different comedic timing, everything in this game was so properly laid out. It made it so much more immersive. Like I said, during more so the second half of the game than the first half. From finding a twin to understanding that she needs people in her life to help her, encourage her, and show her that life is more than just going from mission to mission. It's about living in the moment and treating ourselves with respect and not quitting when the going gets tough. May we all embrace our inner Aloy, walking in life with charisma and respect for ourselves and others. You guys, that was the review for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. If you guys have played Horizon Forbidden West, do you guys like it more so than the first game? Do you guys like the first game more? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below, because I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And with that being said, stay casually nerdy, you guys. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.